Hi, my name is Nicole Potter. My first wellness goal was weight loss when I was about 17. I had been at the mall with my mom shopping for a belt, and we couldn't find one that fit. We tried all the stores that we could, I tried all the belts that I could, and we still couldn't find one that fit. So that's when health started becoming important to me. But at that age, I didn't know that mental health could be connected to your weight because I didn't know what that was. I didn't have language for depression or anxiety, and I didn't know that I wasn't the only one who thought I was the only one trying to sleep as often as I could because it was easier doing that than it was trying to function in a social setting. So when I got a little bit older, I turned to drugs and alcohol to self medicate to do that because I was so scared and so nervous all the time. I thought I needed something to make me more approachable or more likable or to feel like I deserved being around other people. That didn't really start to change until I took my first yoga class. And even then, trying to go into the building, I sat in my car for so long before I worked up the courage to do it. And then when I went in, I ended up turning around and walking back to my car before anybody saw me. So I talked to my mom in the car because I was crying. And she said, Nicole, just go. You're there. You've done the hard part. You could like it. You don't know what's going to happen. So again, I worked up the courage. I went in and I took the class. And I have never felt so different after 60 minutes. I almost cried 4 separate times because the teacher kept saying things like, every time you breathe in, say something that you like about yourself. And every time you breathe out, let go of something negative. And I couldn't think of anything I liked about myself. I felt like I didn't love myself, so I teared up and I cried in the middle of the class. That's when things really started to change. I started really looking at what mental health is. I now had a tool to help me work through these things. So it took me a while, but I worked on my sobriety. I stopped living in fear. I started healing trauma bonded relationships, and I started learning what emotional intelligence is and how to feel your feelings and how to communicate those because I had never had practice doing that before. So my goal in the wellness industry is to be that person I wish I always had with the tools and the experience and the ability to help me because I felt utterly alone the entire time. My passion is bringing this language and these tools to the wider community and making it more acceptable talking about mental health so that when people ask you, how are you? It's socially acceptable to really say how you are. So, how are you?